AI video creation is about to level up again, and this time it doesn't look like a small upgrade. Higgsfield Kling 3.0 is coming soon, and the early signals are honestly insane. This video is not a full feature walkthrough because Kling 3.0 hasn't officially launched yet. This is a pre-release breakdown of what we know so far, what's being hinted at, what creators are expecting, and why Kling 3.0 could be one of the biggest jumps in AI video generation. If you're a creator, editor, filmmaker, or someone trying to make high-quality content faster, don't skip this because we're going through real public sources, the official Higgsfield blog, a teaser on X, and the community buzz on Reddit. So it's not trust me bro, it's proof-based hype. Before we jump into Kling 3.0, here's the quick context. Higgsfield is one of the fastest growing Gen AI companies right now, and their mission is super clear. They want to be the most creator-friendly AI platform in the world. The reason creators like Higgsfield is simple. Instead of forcing you to jump between 10 different AI websites, they're trying to bring the best AI tools into one smoother workflow, and Kling 3.0 is about to become a major part of that. When you open Higgsfield.ai, you can instantly see it's built like a creator hub. Everything is organized for speed, with clear sections for tools and video generation. Then when you open the Kling 3.0 page on Higgsfield, coming soon hype happening right now. If you want to be among the first to access Kling 3.0, and I'll pin everything in the comments so it's easy to find. Now before we talk about Kling 3.0, we have to talk about what we currently have. Kling 2.6. Kling 2.6 is already one of the best AI video models for short clips because the lighting can look super realistic, faces can look detailed, and cinematic shots are easier compared to most tools. But it still has limitations that every creator feels. The biggest issue is consistency. As soon as the scene gets complex, characters start drifting, faces change, body proportions shift, and the realism breaks. The second limitation is duration, because Kling 2.6 works best around 8 to 10 seconds. So if you're doing storytelling, you have to generate multiple clips and stitch them together manually. Now let's go straight to the main source. The official Higgsfield blog post titled Expectations from Kling 3.0, User Discussions on Updates. The blog makes one thing very clear. Kling 3.0 isn't just about slightly better visuals. It's aiming towards something bigger, a more end-to-end AI video workflow. That means creators won't feel such a huge gap between generating a clip and transforming it into something actually usable. It's about making the entire process feel like one connected platform, and honestly, that's what creators have been asking for. What's coming? Early signals and expectations. Based on the strongest public signals so far, here's what creators are expecting from Kling 3.0. Quick reminder, these are not officially finalized, but they're heavily discussed in the community. Kling 3.0 video, next-gen generation quality. Creators are expecting cleaner realism, smoother motion, and overall more production-ready outputs that feel less AI demo and more cinematic. Stronger shot-to-shot consistency. One of the biggest hopes is better continuity, meaning characters, faces, and scenes stay stable even when the prompt gets complex. Kling 3.0 Omni, more unified workflow. Omni is being teased as a smarter, more connected workflow with better context across scenes, so creators don't have to stitch everything manually. Higher-end output targets, 4K plus 60 frames per second discussions. A major theme in hype posts is native 4K at 60 frames per second, which would be a big jump from the current 1080p cap and huge for professional creators. Longer clips with better stability, approximately 15 seconds. People are expecting longer video generation while keeping scenes stable, which would be a game changer for storytelling and educational content. Macro shots with crisp details. Creators are also watching for sharper close-ups, better textures, and cleaner fine details, especially in faces, fabric, and objects. Better physics and interactions. A key upgrade creators want is more believable motion in contact moments like hands, hugs, and object handling, with fewer melt/glitch artifacts. Custom multi-shot sequences. Many expect Kling 3.0 to support multi-shot custom sequences with stronger continuity, making it easier to generate clips that feel like a real edit. If Kling 3.0 delivers even half of what the early signals suggest, it's going to save creators a massive amount of time. Instead of generating 10 versions just to get one usable clip, creators can expect more stable characters, smoother motion, and better continuity, which means less fixing and less frustration. Longer clips and stronger consistency also make storytelling easier, because you won't need to stitch together so many small broken scenes just to make one sequence work. Overall, Kling 3.0 isn't just about better visuals. It's about making AI video feel like a real creator tool that's faster, smoother, and actually usable for serious content. So yeah, Kling 3.0 is coming soon, and based on the official blog, Xteaser, and Reddit buzz, it looks like a major step forward. If you want to be early, check the links in the description, and I'll also pin them in the comments. And as soon as Kling 3.0 officially drops, I'll make a full launch breakdown video. See you in the next one.